Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your girl, the Ashley Michelle, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are just like me and you are struggling to balance everything in your life and you're feeling like you're stressed out to the max and your emotions are all over the place, then this video is definitely for you, because today I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks on how you can get your self-care plan in check. Alright you guys, before I dive deep into this video, I want to put a disclaimer out there that I am not a professional. I am just a regular person just like you that goes through problems and situations, and I want to be able to not just get over those obstacles but be able to get through them, learn from them, and do better. So I'm just doing some research, trying to figure out what's going on, and I just want to share my experiences with you all so that way I can help someone else that is going through the exact same things. So without further ado, let's just get right on into it. So as you all can see by today's title, I'm going to be talking about self-care, and one main reason that I decided to put this video together is because lately I've been feeling like I just cannot get it together. I've been feeling all over the place, like I'm stretching myself very thin, I'm exhausted, my emotions all over the place. I'm just feeling like I'm going to explode. I don't know what to do, and I just feel like I just can't do it. Because I got to this extreme breaking point, I decided that I just wanted to go off the grid and not talk to anybody. So I am gonna say that that was definitely my first mistake, not talking to anybody. Please, you guys, if you are feeling like this, make sure that you reach out to somebody that you can trust and open up to, because it is a terrible thing to feel this way and feel like you are alone. So before I talk about the statistics that I came across in doing my research, I just wanted to let you all know a few benefits of having a very good self-care plan. By definition, self-care is a method that a person uses in order to reduce anxiety and stress and ultimately improve their mental, physical, and emotional health. I just want to let you all know that self-care is not just a personal problem, but it is a people problem. One of the benefits of having a proper self-care plan, not only are you going to have peace and balance for yourself, but you're going to be able to be a better person for those people around you and your personal relationships and your work relationships and just interacting with other people in general. So I also noticed that by me being so stressed out over these past few months, that it was putting a strain on my work relationships, my personal relationships, and just me being happy in general. So like I said, I do have a few statistics that I want to share with y'all, just because ultimately when you do not have a proper self-care plan, it leads to mental and emotional illnesses and disorders such as anxiety, depression. And I just wanted to let you all know that on a global scale, both men and women are affected almost equally by some sort of mental illness. To make that a little bit more clear, 12% of men are affected by some sort of mental illness, and 13% of women are affected as well. If that's not scary enough for you, 1 in 5 adult Americans suffer from some sort of mental or emotional disorder or illness, and only 40% of those people actually go seek professional help. Now, I'm just gonna let that sink in, because I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot of numbers, but as you all can see, mental and emotional illness and disorders is a serious problem. It's something that pretty much affects almost each and every one of us. It's something that affects each and every person. Doing my research, I was very puzzled to see that there was such a low percentage of people that actually go to seek help, including myself. So I was just wondering, like, why is that? And a common thing that I found in doing my research is that majority of people do not want to seek help for these type of situations because they don't want to be labeled as crazy. And I can completely understand that. I know that there were some times throughout this stressful time of my life that I was just feeling like I don't want to talk to nobody, not because I didn't want help, but because I didn't want to be labeled as there was something wrong with me, that I was crazy or anything like that. So I just want to come out here to tell you all, like, do not feel ashamed to ask for help. Asking for help is the first step, because when you help yourself, you're ultimately helping those around you. I want to briefly go over the components of self-care. By definition, self-care just involves your mental, physical, and emotional well-being, but I also want to touch on the spiritual and your financial well-being, because I think that those are two things that also are very, very important in keeping yourself as a person whole and in balance. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the spirit or the heart. For those of you that have watched my previous videos, I am a Christian. I do believe in God. So I had to really just sit myself down and just go pray to God and just talk to him and let him know. Of course, he already knew what was going on, but just to let him know that I need his help and that I believe and trust in him that he will work everything out. So and in doing that, he reminded me that first and foremost, I was not alone, that I had family and friends, including himself, here for me, supporting me and looking out for me. So one thing that I did do after going to God and praying about my situation was I reached out to my friends and really tried to take the time to talk to them and let them understand what was going on with me, so that way not only could I release everything that I was feeling, but also be able to get some help from those that actually truly love and care about me. So after you get your spirit in check, the next thing on the list is definitely getting your mind in check. Your mind and your heart need to be in sync at all times. So one thing that I have already talked about on my channel before is surrounding yourself with positive images and positive people. I cannot stress enough, you guys, that when you reinforce positivity into yourself, that's what you're going to put out. So one thing that I really love doing that has helped me so much is leaving positive messages around my room, around my mirror. Sometimes they're scriptures, sometimes they're quotes. I also have a great quote that is on my phone that I want to share with you all. This quote has helped me throughout my YouTube journey, and basically the quote just says, promote yourself until they feel you. They're either going to get inspired by you and support you, or they're going to get mad and delete you. So I just want to say to all of my people out there that are in the business world, entrepreneurs, or just whatever it is that you are doing, promote yourself. You need to be your biggest fan. If you're not a fan of you, how can you expect someone else to be a fan of you and support you? So in addition to just surrounding yourself with positive messages, a good tip that I like to do is also following people on social media that inspire me. Eat is what you become, so what you feed your mind is what you ultimately are going to become. Okay, so next I want to talk about emotions. Now I know that there are some people that are just have these I don't care attitudes, like nothing bothers them, but everybody has emotions. There's always going to be something that's going to affect our emotions negatively. One thing that I can say that has helped me along the way with my emotions is a trick that I learned from one of my very good friend and family member of mine. Basically, they told me to write all my problems down that were attacking my emotions. But after I wrote all of these things down and dissected them and really understood why they made me feel the way I felt, I was able to just really cross them off the list after I understood, okay, is this something that do I have the power to change this? Yes or no? What can I do? Let's move forward. So basically that was my thought process when I was having to figure out why I was not happy, what was making me unhappy. And when I tell y'all, just like my good friend told me, once you sit down and write those things down and really look at them for reality and what they are, and really just accept that, you know, all you can do is, the only thing that you have control of is how you react to situations. You can't always change them. And once I realized that and really just realized, once I realized that, I was able to see that everything on my list wasn't even really a big problem. It wasn't a big deal. It was just my reaction is what made it seem like it was the end of the world. So I would definitely suggest doing that, writing those things down, so that way you can get to the root of the issue and get your emotions in check. Next, I want to talk about the body. You guys, when you take care of your body is going to take care of you. My number one problem that I have been struggling with over these past few months is not getting proper sleep. When I say having proper sleep is just as important as having a healthy diet and a regular workout routine, it's just as important. I was doing some research and I also found out that when you are under a lot of stress and you don't get a lot of sleep, your brain starts to oxidization. I'm gonna link it down below because I'm not for sure if I'm saying it correctly, but it's basically a process that kills brain cells in your brain due to stress. And a lot of times when you're stressed, you don't get enough sleep. One thing that I want you guys to remember from this video is that your self-care plan is for you. Do what makes you happy. So that's gonna lead me into my last point, talking about money. I know for me personally, sometimes when I am stressed out, well, I'm gonna say in the past, a lot of the times when I was stressed out or just not having a good day, I would splurge and spend money on just going out to eat, getting my nails and hair done. And yes, those are things that I like doing that help me to feel good in those temporary moments. But when you have a bad day, when you when you think you're having a bad day every day and you're doing that, and you're going to Chick-fil-A every day, you're getting your nails done every other day, you start to see your account going lower and lower and lower and lower. So that's what brings us to my next point, is budgeting. It is okay to do something every now and again to help yourself feel good about yourself, to keep your self-care and balance, but make sure ultimately that it's not harming you, but it is helping you. So yes, I do agree that there are some things that involve money that you should do to help, that you can do to help yourself feel good, but also make sure that you're not using those things as an excuse to not get through your problems. Actually find a resolution in the root of the cause of the problem. And another thing that I want to also suggest is making sure that you have a support system. Get you a team of people around you that will not only keep you on your toes and make sure that you are taking care of you, but when you feel like when you are feeling like you are hitting your breaking point and you don't know what to do, make sure you have people around you that will be your shoulder to cry on, listen to you, whatever you need. Make sure you have those people around you. I just want to say, whatever it is that you do to make your self-care plan, make sure that you are being safe. Do not do anything dangerous, such as using alcohol or drugs, or anything dangerous to your pockets, such as spending all your money. So whatever you do, just make sure that it is safe and is going to help you and not harm you. Alright y'all, that is all that I have for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it and definitely learned something new. Please let me know down below in the comments what you thought about today's video and what you all do to keep your self-care in balance. Also, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Share the positivity, you guys, because remember, self-care is not a personal problem, but it is a people problem. So let's help each other out today. And y'all know what to do. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay poppin'. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.